All right, Dave Bolyard, special guest for this week's 5 questions. We're coming off 2 Big Ten dual wins at Rutgers Friday night, home against Illinois Sunday. I want to ask you about each one of those duels. I think we won 6 matches in both of those duels, but kind of different type of duels. So first, what did you like about that Rutgers duel?
Yeah, I thought we wrestled with a lot of energy. Even the matches we lost, I think we felt good about how we competed. I think we were in position to win every one of those matches, and then the matches we won, the way we won, I think we all felt really good about just how we competed and obviously the result, but more felt good about how we competed.
What about Sunday? It felt like we had to kind of tough that one out a little bit more.
Yeah, for sure. I think some of these guys, it's their first time with a back-to-back like that in the Big Ten, and some first ever, some just the first time this year that we've had to do that. And it's just the conference we're in, the schedule we wrestle. It's going to be tough, and obviously we didn't feel as good about how we competed on Sunday. But I still think there's a lot of positive to be gained. I mean, not feeling your best, not competing your best, and still finding ways to win. There's value in that. That's something we've talked about. Like, it's just not always going to be perfect, and you still got to be able to overcome and win in those circumstances. And I think we had examples of that. And then just taking away, what are some of the things that we could have done better in that situation, and keep improving with some of the young guys in our team that haven't been in those situations. It's a learning process for them. But I think as a staff and as a team, not getting too high from the performance on Friday, and then not getting too low, because the truth's probably somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
And always just trying to work and improve and get better, and emphasize and do the things that you felt like you did well, and some of the things you didn't do well, we got to get better at.
Sean's emphasized in some of these interviews that we've got a young team. So with a young team, you're going to be a little inconsistent. What are some things that you can focus on to help them improve consistency?
Yeah, I think just coming away with honest opinion on how you competed, and obviously we're trying to get more consistent, and part of that's just you have to go through the growing pains of it.
Yeah.
But some of that is like honest takeaways, and how you fueled your body in between, the recovery you got, the weight management sometimes of things, so that you can get up and perform at the same level that we expect you to perform at. There's some, especially for some of these younger guys, I don't think they understand how much that process is important, because in high school it just wouldn't have mattered. They would have, whoever it would have been, they could have been
Smash them.
They just kill them, And now it's like, no, we're going to get up and we're going to have to wrestle someone just as good, if not better. And how you recover your body, how you manage your weight in those situations, how you deal with the travel, all of it's important, so you can get up and perform at the same level that you did on Friday. Some of them are just tough circumstances. Then you're just going to have to be tough and overcome some things, because you just won't be at your best in some of those situations. But I don't know if there's any conference that's going to prepare you more than this one for that. It's always a learning process for some of these guys, but the only expectation is that we live, we learn, we get better, and we're more prepared for the next time.
I want to ask you about a couple different guys. First is Bo Mantanona. Got 2 ranked wins, got a top 10 win at Rutgers on Friday. What did you like out of him this weekend, and how are you kind of seeing him progress through the first 3 months of the season?
Yeah, we're really excited about Bo. And we have been. This is the second year part of our program. Just excited with the energy he competed. He's, I think, at a weight that he's a little bit more comfortable with, although I wouldn't say it was terrible last year, but maybe a little bit more comfortable, and the hope is that he's going to be able to go out and compete with the same energy every time, and I think we see that. I think we see him going, even giving up the takedown to a very good kid right away, it didn't matter. He's going to keep competing and keep wrestling, and when he's competing and these wrestling situations present themselves, he usually comes out on top of them. So we want him in wrestling positions constantly. he comes out on top of those more often than he doesn't. And I think sometimes last year we would see him holding himself back. I think we're just really happy with how he's competing. He's out there mixing it up. Again, like you said, both guys are really good. The Illinois kid's a tough kid. He's pushing them. And, Bo's getting takedowns. I think he's improved on top. He's always been good on bottom. But I think we're just really pleased with the energy he's competing with, that he's not holding himself back, that he's constantly in these positions. And again, he's going to win those more than he's going to lose them.
And did he have the pin on Friday night?
Did he have the pin on Friday night? That's a biased. With a biased answer is yes. He 2 times, and the second one I don't think they even gave him points for.
Yeah.
But again, you're just not going to get those calls. But he's putting really good guys to their back because that's the type of guy he is. And sometimes he's going to get those calls, and sometimes he's not.
The other guy, Cam Catcherbone, started the duel with a major decision at Rutgers. Scored 4 back points with a minute left to kind of come back from a fairly significant deficit in the third period against Illinois. What do you like about Cam?
Just the competitor he is. One of the things I think you're looking for as a coach is guys that are in these moments that are actually excited. And there's some nerves that come with it for everyone. But some people let that get the best of them, and some people get excited about it. I think he's one of the guys that get excited. And, we're doing the pre-match shake hands with Rutgers, and as soon as he shakes hands, he is fired up to compete. I love that. I love that about him. We have other guys that are like that too, and I love that. I think that's going to take you a long way. And there's definitely things that Cam's got to get better at, and areas he's got to improve on. But his willingness to go compete is not one of them. He's excited about every one of these competitions to represent Michigan and go out there and just do what he does, which is always exciting. So, I just love the competitor he is.
We're in a bye week right now, which is an extreme rarity, at least in my career with the wrestling team. Do you like this week? Do you like this week off from competition?
Yeah, I love it. I think I've been here, this is 7 or 8 years. Maybe this is my 8th year here. I don't remember ever having one. If we did, it would have been a while back. But it just, it gives us a chance to exhale and, take in those last 2 matches and build on some of the stuff that we thought we did well and work on some of the things that we didn't. And then just a moment to exhale, really. This is a grind for these guys, especially in our conference. So just to have that moment to exhale, to regroup, and then start getting excited about the next ones. I think we're all pretty pleased that we have the break, and then excited to do the training that's necessary to get ready for these next couple of matches or this next stretch.
Well, it's a tough stretch coming up. So, you kind of talk about exhale. Is it kind of exhale and then, start getting your mind ready to really hit the grind?
Yeah, for sure. It's better to have the break going into this stretch than to come right off of these 2 tough matches and then right into that stretch, So again, it's a little bit of exhale, but it's also a little bit of okay, we can exhale and then start getting ourselves ready for this next stretch of tough teams. And like I said, in this conference, they're all tough.
Yeah.
But obviously we got some really tough teams coming up. So just good to have our chance to exhale and start focusing on what we got to do next.
All right, Dave, thank you. Go Blue.
Go Blue.